guys, today I'm going to be creating this makeup look using this palette. Very, very purple, but at this end we have got some kind of like everyday neutral shades, so that's what I'm going to be using. So I really hope you like this look. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do before applying any eyeshadow is apply some of the primer potion. So I'm going to put this on both lids. From this palette, I've already done a look using these kind of shades, so you can take a look at that. That's kind of like quite a Urban Decay, quite a colourful look. Looked good though. So now today I'm going to do like more of an everyday, but I'm going to add a bit of everyday glam with this shade here, Dazed, which is so pretty. I haven't actually created this look before, so let's just see how it goes. So I'm going to take this shade here first, which is a matte mid-brown called Hacked. And I'm just going to go on my outer crease. This is a really nice blending shade. I'm not going to go all the way to my crease. We don't want this look to be too smoky, so I'll probably take it like 3/4 of the way, but not all the way into my crease. It's got quite a grey undertone to it, so this is a good shade for like smoky eyes. Then I'm going to take a flat brush and I'm going to take this shade here, which is called Mind Slip, which is a really nice like nudie peach. Just going right up to the crease. So making the most of your whole eyelid. I'm just going to go back in with that blending brush that I used before, not putting any extra product in it. Now for an everyday look, this is perfect. If you don't want any glam, don't want any shimmer, this is like perfect. Like literally just got a lighter shade on your lid and then a slightly darker shade in the crease. But we're going to add a little bit of glam to this. So I'm going to use that same flat brush and I'm going to take this shade Dazed, which I've been really excited to use, and the first time I'm using it. I'm just going to pat that onto the middle of my lids. It's not really coming off the brush, so I'm trying to use my finger. I'm going to take my finger and tap it on my lid like that. Just concentrating like on the middle, so it gives that like halo effect, which is really nice. Who knew? Your fingers are going to do better than a brush here. Just going to do it on the other eye as well. I'm going to quickly add some eyeliner, just to define the eyes. I'm not going to do like a major flick or anything like that, literally just defining the eyes here. I think that's all I ever say to you when I put your eyeliner. I'm just going to add some concealer before doing the rest of the eyes. So I'm going to take the Stay Naked concealer, which I find creases a little bit. Even though it's really lightweight, but it just creases a little bit. It's just not like the Naked Skin concealer, which has now been discontinued. So I'm not going to take too much. I'm going to mix it on the back of my hand. See, like that, with a bit of eye cream. Doesn't do anything to the shade at all. Just makes it even more lightweight and a bit more creamier. When it's mixed with the cream, it's not going to crease. Probably got more on the back of my hand than I actually need. But that's fine. I can't put this product back in now. Let's bring the eye cream. Got a damp beauty blender, and I'm just going to blend that out. Instantly brightens up the face, as you can see. We'll set that with some all-nighter powder on the same beauty blender. The all-nighter foundation. So I'm just going to set that very roughly with some of the all-nighter powder. Literally just like powdering my T-zone, really. Then I'm going to add some bronzer. I'm going to take the Urban Decay Beached bronzer. I think this was limited edition. But it's a really nice bronzer. All around my hairline. Just my cheeks, just below where my highlight will go. And just brush a bit over my nose so I look nice and bronzed. I'm just going to add a little bit of blusher to my cheeks. Now I'm going to go back with the palette and finish off the eyes, going kind of like under the eyes. I'm going to take this shade here, Hacked, on a pencil brush, and I'm going to go under my lashes and just smoke out and define along my lower lash line. Then I'm going to take this shade here, VR, and I'm just going to go just towards the inner corners, but not going right in the inner corners, but just a little bit on this lower lash line, just to add a little bit of shimmer. See how that looks? Yeah. So it's going to add a little bit of shimmer on the eyes, but not too much. Then I'm going to take like a flat eyeliner brush, and I'm going to take this shade here, Digital, and I'm going to go from on top of my lashes, on my lower lash line, and just press down on the outer corners. This just really defines the eyes on the outer corners. And I go kind of underneath my lashes as well. And as you can see, I'm literally only just doing the outer corners, just to give that little bit of definition. I'm going to take another pencil brush, and I'm going to take this shade here, Trippin', and I'm going to highlight my inner corners and my tear duct. And this is like a matte with a bit of a shimmer, so it just looks really, really nice to highlight your inner corners. So that's what makes this palette even better, because you haven't just got all these purpley ultraviolet shades, you've also got some everyday shades in there as well. So it's a goodie. Right, I'm just going to add some mascara, so I'm going to take the new Lash Freak mascara, because this is a good mascara. Instantly gives you lift, volume. Then I'm just going to add some highlights. So I'm going to take one of my favourite highlighters. It's from the Shapeshifter palette. It's a really nice rose gold. Every time I wear this, people are like, oh my god, what highlighter are you wearing? I don't know if you know if this particular shade is sold as a individual. I will ask Urban Decay and I get back to you on that one. I don't want to just use all the same products that I used in the kind of like UV look for this palette. So I'm just going to take this YSL, I can't pronounce that, some kind of satin lip stain thing. I think it's the Tattoo Couture lip stain. And finish off with some all-nighter setting spray. That is it. That is the finished look. So as you can see, it's really nice, like everyday, not too much colour palette. And I really wanted to create this look just to show you how contrasted this palette can be, because obviously my other look was like full on purples and not kind of like the look that I would wear every day, but this is basically my everyday look that I've managed to create with a very vibrant palette. So I hope you like this tutorial, and I will see you guys soon.